So like that, he is glorifying the exalted position of Pandavas. So here, like sometimes people may like by Yudhishthir Maharaj, the glory is that seeing the glory of Prahlad Maharaj, he is kind of thinking that this I am so low, this Prahlad is so high. So for him, the Lord only took one incarnation. So like that he was feeling. But here the Lord is like Narada Muni is encouraging. You are also not less. You are very much. Your place is so much fortunate. And this Krishna Sabhayam Brahma Mrigya Kaivalya Nirvana Sukhanubhuti Priya Suhridva Khalu Matuleya Atma Dhaniyo Vidikrut Guruscha. So this Krishna, don't think he is like a normal ordinary person. He is supreme personality, Brahma. And for people who are engaged in jnana, so are people like great munis who want to experience this Kaivalya Sukha, they are always searching for his lotus feet. He only expands himself as the Brahman. So he is sought out by great sages. And that person is living in your home as your Priya, very, very dear person, Suhrud, your affectionate friend. Then Matuleya, like he is like your cousin brother, he is acting like cousin brother. Atma means your soul. Arhaniyo, a person worthy of worship. And Guruscha, he is also acting like your guru. Or like in this way, like he, although he is supreme Brahman, and his from him only the Brahman is coming. So generally, one should not say that Parabrahman has taken the form of Parabrahman has taken the form of the Supreme Lord, because like Brahman, the original form of Supreme Lord is the Bhagavan quality, and he has this Brahman experience of he has this Brahman has his race, bodily race. So he is the basis for Brahman. So that person is living. So he is acting in this way. So and he is the person. The glory of Krishna is that even great personality like Shiva and Brahma, they always constantly meditate upon him, and they cannot understand his truth completely. Right? Bhava Padma Jadibi. And like that Lord, let him be pleased with whatever worship we have. So whatever worship we do with our whatever limited capacity, so let him be pleased. So like that he is saying, and this connection he mentions this Lord only previously. He kind of, when Rudras means Brahma, like Yudhishthir Maharaj might think, okay, Brahma may not understand, but Shiva can definitely understand the glories of the Lord. So like that he may say. For that he is saying that this person previously, once upon a time, when the fame of Lord Shiva is getting ruined by one demon called as Maya, the Lord only restored his power. So like that Narad Muni has mentioned. And actually that means actually Shiva's powers are also given by the Lord only. So like that Narad Muni has mentioned. So hearing that story, Yudhishthir Maharaj is asking, please narrate the story. What happened? How did Mayadanav kind of reputed like vanished the King Lord Shiva's reputation? And how did Lord Krishna save Lord Shiva? And so can you describe this incident? So then Narada Muni started narrating this story. So once upon a time, like there is a fight between the demons and devatas. So in that fight, uh, like uh, like when the demons they were all defeated by the when the demons defeated by devatas, they all took shelter of Maya Danava. So Maya Danava, actually Maya Danava is in one shloka in 11th canto, he was also mentioned as as a devotee. Means although he has all the mystic powers, everything, he was also somehow attained the association of devotees, and he is also one of the devotee, like that it was mentioned. So that they all the demons they took shelter of Maya. You know, Maya Danav is very expert in creating so many technology. He is like techno, what we say, technocrat or something, like very, very expert in using technology. Yeah. So he is the one who has created so many different. He is like Vishwakarma. He is one more technocrat, and Maidana is one more. He can create so many wonderful objects, wonderful things which are not ordinarily available for normal people, right? So in Vedic times also so much technology is available. So we hear about this Pushpaka Viman, which is constructed by this Vishwakarma. That Pushpaka Viman, like he can, it was mentioned that it can travel according to the mind's, like one can drive through one's mind. Means somehow they have accessed the signals of mind, and by that the automatic system of the airplane is being controlled. Means so much advanced technology they have. Like that, Mayadanav is also very expert in creating technology. So he created three residences called as Tripura. One residence was made of gold, another was silver, and another was iron. And it has so many different instruments. And like when it will come, when it will go, no one could see. And he gave that kind of residences to these demons. So these are called as Tripura. Tripura, it's like inside it is like a big city. So that much kind of the thing he created. So like these demons, once they have attained these Tripura, these three cities, they understood now we can attack our enemy, these devatas. So they started attacking devatas, and devatas, they seeing this advanced technology, they got defeated. So they approached Lord Shiva at that time. Right. So fight is always being going on, even in Devaloka, with demons, everywhere the fight is happening. So they took shelter, and they asked Shiva, please protect us. Shiva immediately, don't be afraid. And like that, he took his bow and he started attacking these demons. And then, like, since so much, like, Shiva is very fiercely fighting, those arrows that all the demons, they got struck with those arrows, and they fell down. So then what Mayadanav did was he kind of created a lake. So in that lake there is a kind of amrita. So and these people, they he brought all the bodies of these demons, and he kind of touched this nectar. So their bodies again they became like strong like thunderbolts. So again they got up and they started again fighting. So right, like this Amrita Snan is that concept is being also a little bit mentioned here. So these people they have gained and they again started attacking Shiva. So in this way, it is like happening several times. So Shiva got little disappointed. What is this? All my effort is getting wasted. So he remembered Lord Vishnu. So Vishnu kind of found a solution. So and means Vishnu is always looking, like he is always empowering his servants. So Shiva, in order to give him his fame, means not to destroy his fame, immediately Vishnu he kind of found a solution that Vishnu became a cow and Lord Brahma became a calf. So in this way, a cow and calf they have appeared, and they kind of like they came to this place and they started drinking the nectar. So although cow and calf is coming and drinking the nectar, these demons they saw, but they were so much bewildered by the Lord's Maya that they did not stop them. So in this way, they kind of drank that nectar. Seeing that Maidana was surprised, but he understood this is the will of the Lord or will of fate, Daivagatim. So when someone is destroyed by will of fate, no one can reverse that. So he did not lament. So Maidanav is kind of composed person. So he started speaking to demons that if something is destroyed by fate for oneself or any other, no one can it cannot be prevented by devatas, demons, human being, anyone else. So in this way, he narrated. So then Lord Krishna again gave all the weapons to Shiva again. His chariot, his charioteer, like all the, like he empowered Lord Shiva to fight. And by that potency, he also gave Lord's potency, which is made up of dharma, jnana, virakti, riddhi, tapo, vidya, kriya. So all those potencies are also given to Lord Shiva. So in this way, he was completely empowered. And then he sat on the chariot and he took his arrows and bow. Right. So in general, this Tripurari, the name has come to Lord Shiva because he has destroyed this Tripurari. His very famous name, Tripurari. So that power or that fame is given to Lord Shiva by Lord Vishnu. So Lord Vishnu always takes pleasure in giving credit to his devotees, right? Many times he gave credit to Arjuna, he gave credit to Bhima to killing Jarasandha. People, if they don't know, sometimes they think that, oh, Jarasandha is more powerful, so therefore only Bhima could kill. Krishna also could not kill, although Krishna tried many times. Like that, people may think that Bhima is more powerful than Krishna, like that. So here also he gave pleasure to Lord Shiva, like, and he gave fame to Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva, by his arrows, by this empowerment, he could destroy all those three residences. Tripurari it became. So as soon as those three puras were destroyed, so all the devatas they kind of celebrated. Drums were sounded, devatas, Apsara started dancing, and all the devatas they praised Lord Shiva. So in this way, everyone celebrated, and Shiva is like called as Tripurari in this pastime. So and he, in this way, after destroying, he returned to his sages. So in this way, wonderfully, he narrated this entire pastime of Narsimhadev and Prahlad Maharaj. So now he is asking, so like he is saying that in this way, Lord, he acts just like a ordinary human being. What more I can say about this Lord? So in this way, he narrated this story. So now, so after 10th chapter, like till now, like 7th canto is also said to be discussing about Uti. Uti means different inclinations of different personalities. So different inclinations, different people may have different natures. So in that way, when till now two extreme personalities, their nature was described. One is Prahlad Maharaj and another is Hiranyakashipu. Prahlad has very sattvic or maybe it is like devotional inclinations which were given by Narada Muni. So in this way, pure devotional service is narrated about Prahlad Maharaj, and also the very demonic tendencies were exhibited by Hiranyakashipu, those are all mentioned. So now 11 to 15 chapter, in between there are so many people like with so many different varieties. So now here Yudhishthir Maharaj wanted to hear about all the Varnashrama system. So that he is asking here. So, so pure inclinations, which are if someone has bhakti with the pure shraddha, he has those samskaras, that is all mentioned now. So, like Varna Ashrama Dharma for like maintenance in this world is being started, being explained by the Narada Muni. So, especially first chapter, 11th chapter discusses about the activities of different Varnas, and 12th and 13th chapter, 12th and 13th chapter describes about three Varnas, Brahmachari, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasa. In the 14th and 15th chapters, they discuss about like Grihastha ashram. In this way, these Varna and ashrams, there were some principles are given. So these are like generally Varnashrama means people who follow Nishkama Karma Yoga. Nishkama Karma Yoga, what is Nishkama Karma Yoga? Where there is some bhakti is there, but there is also a lot of karma. So, but if that is done without any motivation, that will purify him and he can gradually elevate into the knowledge. So, these Nishkam Karma Yoga, which practiced by Varnashrama Dharma, those are being explained. So, there is a bhakti mixed with the gunas. So, actions like in this way that is being mentioned. So Yudhishthir Maharaj is especially asking this question. So here Yudhishthir Maharaj glorifies Narada Muni and asks about his Varnashrama Dharma. So Narada Muni, in general, he starts explaining about, in general, what are the eternal principles of for all the Varnas and for all the people. And then specifically, he starts going into each Varna and what is their occupational duty and what are the different symptoms of those varnas, and he also explains the duties of a chaste wife and duties of mixed classes and what is the result of following all this varnashrama dharma, so that he starts explaining. So we'll see. Yudhishthir Maharaj started saying that I want to ask you, I want to hear from you about Sanatana Dharma. Means Sanatana Dharma means that which lasts forever. So that Sanatana Dharma for any person is bhakti, right? Because what is everlasting? So everlasting is that dharma which is which is permanent, like which is corresponds to the soul. So that is Sanatana Dharma is bhakti, soul's dharma. And also, I want to hear about Varnashrama Achara Yutam. I want to hear about Varnashrama Dharma and Yat Puman Vindate Param. So, by following which people achieve the supreme. So, in this way, he is asking. Sanatana Dharma also means eternal Dharma. Why it is called eternal Dharma? Because if any dharma, if it achieves its goal, and after achieving its goal, if someone gives up that dharma, so that is not called as Sanatana Dharma. But any dharma which is practiced at the stage of sadhana, and even after perfection, if someone is practicing that, so that is called as Sanatana Dharma. So that means bhakti is only classified as Sanatana Dharma, because even after attaining the Lord, prema, still that bhakti is practiced. So in this way, bhakti is called as Sanatana Dharma. And also, I want to hear about Varnashrama Dharma. So Varnashrama Dharma also, if someone practices properly and dedicates their activities to the Lord, that will also lead to jnana and ultimately liberation. So that will also give perfection. So therefore, I want to hear both. So, but there are differences, we'll see. So, and he glorifies Narada Muni that you are the best knower of, you are the best of all the Brahmanas, you are the son of Brahma, and out of sons of Brahma, you are the best because you are completely engaged with tapa, yoga, and samadhi. And your Narada Muni especially is completely dedicated to Narayana, and you know the secrets of all the dharmam guhyam param vidhu, and you are all also very merciful, very peaceful. So therefore, you know what is there in deep secrets of Shastras. So in this way, he is especially asking Narada Muni. Narada Muni is especially among all the sons of Brahmaji, he is said to be the Riktadanam. Riktadanam ante, Riktadanam means he is the one who has inherited the property of Brahma. How? Because Narada Muni, he has taken bhakti principles from Brahma, whereas other sons like Daksha, he has inherited the karma principles, and others like Kumaras, they have inherited the jnana principles. But Narada Muni has inherited the bhakti principles. So therefore, Narada Muni's opinions, he is said to be Riktadana. He has nicely taken like the real property of his father, Narada Muni has taken. So such is the glory of Narada Muni. So now Narada Muni started narrating. So now he started narrating that I will narrate to you that first I will offer my obeisances to Lord Krishna. He is the one who is protecting dharma for all the living entities. So now I will explain, first I will explain the principles of Sanatan Dharma, which is Bhakti Yoga, which I have heard from directly from the mouth of Narayana. So Narayana and Naranarayan Rishis, they have appeared in this world through Dharma and Murti, right? So, and they are performing so many austerities for the sake of living entities. So from them, I have heard this Dharma. So therefore, I will narrate whatever I have heard from them, I am narrating you. So like that Narada Muni is saying. So he says, धर्ममूलं हि भगवान् धर्ममूलं हि भगवान् सर्ववेदमयो हरिः स्मृतं च तद्विदां राजन् येन चात्मा प्रसीदति. He says the root cause of all dharma is the Lord only. Lord is the cause and proof of all dharma because he is sarva vedamayo hari. All the essence of the Vedas he is only. So Lord is cause of Mula, it is mentioned. Mula means he is the root from which the dharma is coming. Because Sarva Vedamayo Harihi means all the Vedas, if we go into the essence, the Lord Hari is coming. So, and Smritam Cha, he is also the Smriti scriptures. I mean, Smriti scriptures means like all the Puranas, Smriti, Shruti is Vedas. Smriti is the other than Vedas, means Puranas, Itihasas, all those things, it may come under Smriti. So Lord is the essence of even the Smriti scriptures as well. And by this Dharma, this Shashvata, Sanatan Dharma, the Yena Chatma Prasidati, the mind will extremely get pleased. So that means the mind will be pleased by this dharma. So, what is that dharma that completely pleases the mind that we know from first canto? Sabhay pumsam paro dharmo yato bhakti radokshaja haituki apratihata yatma suprasiditi. The bhakti is the one which pleases the mind, but the karma and like karma mixed with bhakti or bhakti mixed with karma, this is not pure bhakti, so that will not completely please the mind. So, like, and if some dharma is there, if it doesn't contain even bhakti, that dharma is not even accepted by anyone, right? So in this way, like bhakti is the bhakti, how much amount proportionately it is there, to that much extent it will purify one. The more the pure bhakti, the more it completely purifies the self. Atma prasidati. The more it is mixed, the more it less. It will not. It's like proportional always. The more it is pure, the more completely satisfaction will come. The more it is mixed, the more the less satisfaction, and the results are also less. So in this way, bhakti is always given as important principle to be followed. And if some process, if it doesn't contain even an element of bhakti, that process is like a waste process. It will not give any results. So in this way, the Narada Muni is explaining bhakti. And if we compare different sages compared to all the sages, like some sages like Yajnavalkya, he kind of mentioned that all the Smriti scriptures, all the Vedas, or all the dharmas, they are all there. They are ultimately to please the mind, and like desires which are which come from following the principles of dharma, which come from some sankalpas or some like determination if someone takes. So those desires, if someone follows, that is considered to be the root of dharma, he is saying. Means if someone follows the principles of dharma and some desires, they are kind of fulfilling based on those desires. So that those are considered as root of dharma, he is saying, Yajnavalkya. And Manu, he is saying that all the all the Vedas, Smriti scriptures, they are they the root, like people, like they follow uh, the dharma in that Veda Smriti, and nice conduct, and that conduct which will satisfy is like which will nicely, when it is performed, which will satisfy the mind, then that is said to be the root of dharma. So root of dharma is there with the Vedas and the Smriti and the nice conduct. So in this way, Manu is saying, but Narada Muni is saying that root of dharma is the Supreme Lord. So this Narada Muni's idea that root of dharma is the Supreme Lord, that is said to be more superior idea than all others. So in this way, because Narada Muni's opinion is considered to be the topmost opinion. Even Sanaka, like Sanaka, Sanat Kumara, they are all they may practice renunciation. Marichi and others, like they may practice karma or dharma, path of enjoyment they may enjoy. But Narada Muni is freed from all these conceptions. He is completely fixed in bhakti. So therefore, Narada is said to be superior to all the other personalities, Yajnavalkya and Manu, because he is aware of all the dharmas. In this way, Narada Muni is kind of glorified because he is narrating the essential dharma of all the dharmas. So now he started narrating Sanatana Dharma, these bhakti principles, he started narrating. Out of them, there are 30 wonderful qualifications are there, so which he starts narrating. So these are all like qualifications, so which we'll read. So these are all wonderful qualities that one can develop, so that he is narrating. So these are all principles in which a like bhakti yoga, which is common for all human beings, that is described. So out of them, whatever qualities that are mentioned, these are all assisting bhakti. So those items are like assistant items or bhakti, and some items are directly the bhakti items. So those are being narrated in the end. So we'll see this list. Satyam, truthfulness. We'll see. Satyam means Prabhupada also gives the definitions specifically, like speaking the truth without distortion or deviation, right? So daya is showing sympathy like for everyone. Tapa, austerities, performing austerities like Ekadashi, in general austerity. So Ekadashi is more like devotional oriented. So that will come in the end. So but in general, we can take that also. Shaucham is cleanliness. Prabhupada always, whenever Shaucham comes, he says external and internal, right? External is taking bath, and internal is chanting the names of the Lord, which will clarify. Titiksha, tolerance, with so many atmosphere, everything will be there, but still be fixed. Iksha means distinguishing between good and bad. Shama is control of mind. Dhamma is control of senses. Ahimsa, non-violence, not killing even animals also, not subjecting any living entity through threefold materials. Miseries. Brahmacharya, abstaining from sex life. Tyagaha means giving charity, means like Tyaga means whatever one's possessions that one can give in charity. Swadhyaya, reading scriptures like all these books. Arjavam, simplicity. Santosha, being satisfied with whatever is available. Samadruk Seva means rendering service to people who are Samadruk, who are Pandita or who are learned. So serving them. Gramya Iha Uparama, like not undertaking materialistic activities or so-called philanthropic activities. Like Shanai means gradually, Nuna, Viparya Iha, not unnecessarily uh, like unnecessary activities, not discussing. Maunam, being grave and silent. Atma Vimarshanam, searching about the truth of the self. Annadya Ade Samvibhagaha, equally distributing food and drink to all the living entities. And Atma Devata Buddhi, seeing that seeing in all living entities the devatas and seeing oneself there. So in this way, the general characteristics of which are assisting bhakti, those are mentioned. But now the specifically the direct activities of bhakti, which will completely satisfy the soul. So those are mentioned. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Cha, Asya Smaranam, because Lord Krishna is sitting there only while Narad Muni is narrating to Yudhishthir Maharaj. So showing the Lord, he is saying, Asya Smaranam, remembering this Krishna, like that he is saying. Mahatam Gate Seva, worshipping the, following the footsteps of great personalities, serving them. Ija, worship of the Lord. Avanitihi, offering obeisances. Dasyam, accepting the service. Sakyam, considering the Lord as one's friend. Atma Samarpanam, surrendering oneself. So these are said to be Nunam Ayam Param Dharma. So these are said to be the Param Dharma of the living entities. Sarvesham Samudahurtaha. These are described fully for all the living entities. So all the living entities, the bhakti and all the other process, all these things, they are all mentioned. So in this way, these are Trimshat Lakshanavan. These are 30 characteristics which will, by following which, Sarvatma Yena Tushyati. So if one wants their soul to be completely satisfied, these are directly to be followed. So all the initial items, they are all assisting. Means austerity means austerity of fasting in Ekadashis. Like today we are Ekadashi. So Ekadashi is said to be Ekadashi Bhakti Janani. Madhavitidi Bhakti Janani. If someone nicely observes the principles of Ekadashi and perfectly engages their mind in the Lord, that will create Bhakti Janani. The Bhakti will develop. So in this way, like, and all these items, they will completely satisfy the soul. Like Lord is also satisfied if someone follows these things. So in this way, the main activity is bhakti, and all others which are assisting bhakti, they should be followed so that the results will come. So now in this way, the Sanatana Dharma is mentioned. So 20, now the Narada Muni, he started narrating about this Varna Ashrama Dharma. So these are items which are in these 20, all these items they are mentioned. Now, from second question, Yudhishthir Maharaj has asked, please describe about Varnashrama Dharma. So he started narrating about Varnashrama Dharma from 13th verse onwards. So we'll discuss these principles. So different Varnas he started narrating. So first he started telling about samskara. Samskara yatra avichinna sadvijo ajo jagadayam. So there are samskaras like who always follows these samskaras. So what are meant by samskaras? Samskaras means for all the people in this world, whoever is following Varnashrama Dharma means all the people in general, mostly 99% who are following. For them, samskaras are very much encouraged, means Vedic culture, Varnashram Dharma. Samskara start with Garbhadana Samskara till Antyeshti Samskaras. So these samskaras, when they are all performed, so these are all samskaras are given by Vedic literature, Brahma and others. So then whoever is performing these samskaras, they will become twice born Vija. So these twice born Vija, they are like three personality. Means it is not only Brahmanas, but Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya. All these three personalities, they are twice born. So these three personalities twice born, they are all, even though they are like all these twice born, they are following one ashrama, they should also worship the Lord, studies the Vedas, and give charity. And they should know the principles of these four ashramas. So, Kriyas Ashrama Chodita. So, they are all like for them, for all these dvijas, Ijja means worshipping the Lord, Adhyayana means studying the scriptures, Dhanani means charity. So, they are all mentioned for all these dvija. Dvija means Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishyas. So, and these are all different activities that they have to perform like while they are born, and they should follow the principles of all the four ashramas. So four ashramas means brahmachari, gruhastha, vanaprastha, sannyasa, that we know. So these are all recommended, so they should follow all those things. So in the way he is giving. So means in general, if someone follows these samskaras, then the nice people will be born in this world. If someone doesn't follow these samskaras, Garbhadana samskara, all those things, so that those people may attract people who are not so much pious souls. So therefore, some like Prabhupada always emphasized this Garbhadana samskara, because by following this Garbhadana samskar, one can attract a pious soul or a devotee, so that, and then he can like in this way good population will come. So in this way he used to encourage this Garbhadana samskar always. So now different varnas and their natures he starts narrating here. So he kind of narrates the different activities of these four varnas. So which we'll see. Okay, maybe shloka only. Okay, he says Viprasya Adhyayanadini. So the main characteristics of Brahmana is Adhyayanadini Shat. Shat means six kind of activities are mentioned for Brahmana. So like that is worshipping the Lord and teaching others how to worship. right? Yajan yajan, patan patan. So yajan yajan, patan patan, worshipping the Lord and teaching. Patan patan, studying the scriptures and teaching the scriptures, and giving charity and receiving charity. These are the uh, six activities. Dana, patigraha. These are the six activities that are mentioned for brahmanas. And then, what are the nature of this brahmana? Right. So Narada Muni started narrating about four varnas and their characteristics. So brahmana, these are the six items that are mentioned. So out of these six activities, like worshipping, teaching, and accepting charity from a pure person, these are said to be his livelihood. And so in this way, these brahmanas, these in that way he can live. And kshatriya, all the five out of these six, all the remaining five he can do, but he should not accept charity. So that is a kshatriya nature. So, but he can how he will get the money by levying tax. So by that he will get the money. In this way, kshatriya is mentioned there. He is little bit. So now Vaishya. So what is the activities of Vaishya? Vaishyastu Varta Vrittisyan. So his duty is agriculture and business, commerce basically. Like Bhagavad Gita also says, Vaishya, that Krushi, Gorajya, Goraksha, Vanijam. So Vanijam is commerce. So in this way, these are the occupational duty of Vaishya. And Shudra activities is Nityam Brahma Kulanuga. This is also like Vaishyas also one more activity that was mentioned, that they should be under the direction of Brahmanas. So like Vaishyas, they are engaged in their occupational duty of agriculture and commerce, and they also under the direction of Brahmanas. Shudrasya Vija Shushrusha. For the Shudras, the activity is service to all the higher three varnas, means Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya. At the end of this chapter, Narada Muni mentions that how who is a Shudra, who is a Vaishya, that is not determined according to one's birth, but that is determined according to one's qualities. So maybe that only we will first see. यस्य यल्लक्षणं प्रोक्तं पुंसो वर्णाभिव्यञ्जकं यदन्यत्रापि दृश्येत तत्तेनैव विनिर्दिशेत्. So whoever sees whatever characteristics in some person, through that one can decide what is his lakshana, what is he, whether he is a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, based on his qualities, not by Janma. So Janma karma, like Krishna says, Chaturvarnam Maya Srishnam Guna Karma Vibhagashaha. It didn't say Janma, but based on one's guna and one's activities. By that, these Chaturvarnas are divided. So in this way, when we are discussing about these activities, we should be clear that this is based on guna. It's like based on, means in general, it was mentioned that Brahmanas, they are mostly in Sattva Guna. So therefore, if you see even the symptoms, these are all symptoms of a person who is in Sattva Guna, right? Control of mind, senses, and austerity, penance, cleanliness, satisfaction, forgiveness. Kshatriya is said to be like passion with little bit of goodness. So his mode is like passion. So he is like Kshatriya, like influential in battle, unconquerable, charitable. So like that he recites. Vaishya, the nature is passion with ignorance. So therefore he is like always engaged in earning money and other activities. Shudra is mostly like tamogun. So But still, if we see the activities, if he follows these symptoms, what directions under Vedas, he will also be elevated. So that will come there. So in this way, when we are mentioning quality of Shudra, the recommendation is because he is in Tamogun, so he should serve the higher orders, Vijas. In this way, he can live. And generally, Prabhupada writes, because Shudras, they are in Tamogun. So Tamogun, if they, even if they get some money, a person in Tamogun, he spends his money in Tamoguna activities. Like many times in villages, we see like people who are addicted to liquor, even if they get some money, immediately they don't think about future. They will simply spend upon liquor and in Tamoguni activities. So in this way, therefore, these should like these people who are in lower gunas, they need to be protected by higher people who are in higher gunas. So therefore, the duty that was mentioned for Shudras is to serve the higher guna, higher like higher vanas. So in this way, that was mentioned. Now, some rules that are for Brahmana and that are like Brahmanas and Vaishyas, those are being mentioned. So, okay. Okay, some activities we'll discuss here from the shlokas. Some activities for Vaishya, which Brahmana can also take sometimes. Varta Vichitra Shalina Yayavara Shilonchanam Vipravrittis Chaturdeyam Shreyasi Chottar Uttara. So Vipravritti means Vipra here, like firstborn, can be or like whoever is following the occupations. But in general, Brahmanas can also have these occupations. Brahmanas, Varta, basically. So Vichitra, Shalina, like various types are there. One is Shalina, it was mentioned. So Shalina means receiving food without begging. So that is called as Shalina. Livelihood achieved without effort, like that Prabhupada also translated. Yayavara, Yayavara means begging for 1 day's grains. Is going like like different meanings are given. Like basically for 1 day, whatever is required, that much only asking, going to the field to beg for something. So that is like Yayavara. So Shila means Shila means collecting whatever grains that are left from the field, picking up the grains that have fallen from bags in field. Then unchanam, that is one more vritti that is given. That is the grains that have fallen from the shops. That is called as unchanam. So in this way, this is these four activities. These are mentioned. So among these four, it was mentioned that the succession is better. Means the more one is freed from depending upon others, the more it is better. So that means begging is better, but better than begging. Sorry, begging is there, but better than begging is without begging, getting whatever is left from here and there. So in this way, let us in this way, if these are like, we can live through these activities also. So there are various, in this way they will mention. And then later on it was being mentioned that if there is except except in emergency, all other lower persons should not take the occupational duties of higher person. So generally, because occupational duties, they are classified according to one's modes, right? So Sattva Guna, people who are in Sattva Guna, who are Brahmanas, they can perform that activity nicely, right? So one there is a Urmila Mataji, she has written one book called Career Dharma. Right? Prashant Prabhu has attended that seminar also. So there she was mentioning uh, about if someone is like his nature is fixed in one particular nature, if he performs activities based on that nature, he will be happy and that will become his career dharma. Otherwise, if someone's nature is one thing and if he is performing his activities in another's nature, he will not be happy. Like Krishna also in Gita says, Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha Paradharmat Swanishtita. So duty according to one's own nature, that is better than doing activities according to another's nature. So basically, nature here means there is swabhava. Swabhava is inherent nature. One will attain in this world. So maybe if that is discovered, if someone follows that, then that person will be happy. So like that is mentioned. So Varnashrama Dharma is basically like according to one's nature, he is finding whatever is suitable for that person, that occupation which are divided here. So that one be following. So Brahmana, he is like following these vritti, like for his livelihood, he should not depend so much upon other people. So Brahmana should live simple living. So that is being mentioned here. So maybe we will discuss other activities of these Brahmana, Vaishya, Shudra, and more activities for other things also are there. So this one Lakshana we will discuss slowly. So I will stop here. If anyone wants to have any comments or anything, then otherwise we'll end here. Yes, Nitya Kishore Madam.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Guru Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for the wonderful class, Prabhu. It was really amazing hearing from you on these different shlokas. Prabhu, there was one subject you just touched upon, and I have a query. I wanted to hear more about it. So, Ekadashi, you mentioned. And there are so many instructions about Ekadashi, and also various devotees perform various levels of austerities for Ekadashi. So I wanted to ask, what is the best way to perform Ekadashi?
The best way to perform Ekadashi is uh, like uh, like how much ever we can completely dedicate ourselves to this Navavida Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam. So full time we can give for Navavida Bhakti. That will be the most best way. And regarding eating also, according to our capacity, how much ever we can follow, that much level we can follow. Right. So some people they do Nirjala, some people like if that cannot be done, then taking only water, or that can also be not done. Taking only some liquids or something, fruits, or that if that can also be not done. Taking some like cooked food, which is non-grains. So those things. So basically, the whole purpose is to limit the bodily activities and engage more in bhakti, navavida activities. So that is the purpose. The more we concentrate on the Lord, the more we chant the name, hear the glories, or in this way, we can spend the Ekadashi day, especially. So in that way, it will generate bhakti. So the main focus is on practicing bhakti and reduce the other activities, eating, sleeping, all those things. In that way, it was mentioned.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Madhavi. Navala Sundari Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
30 qualities. The one quality is this, that qualities for Brahmana, these 30 qualities, that distributing food equally to both human and animals. So,
Means, mm,
Prabhuji, there's this thing na, in this also translation is given, distributing food equally to all living entities, in the bracket is both man and animal. Uh, I think
Bhutebhyaha
we never give equally food to animals.
Annadyeha Samvibhagaha Bhutebhyaha. Bhutebhya means basically all the living entities. So it is the duty of people or grihasthas or people in general also to feed the animals.
Mhm.
Means,
That to in which way and what it should be done on a regular basis or
so in general, like in Vedic system,
uh-huh.
all the animals, like if suppose someone is living in a village, right? There are so many cows, they are there, so many dogs which are there, or another animals. So they are all like inhabitant, like they are roaming around the street.
Uh-huh.
Cows maybe one may be taking care. So all these animals are also part of the family. Means part of the family means some are like maintained by them, or some are in street also, but they also can be provided with some things.
So,
So
so animals including cow also, and they equally means like whatever. Suppose we have 100 rupees or 1,000 rupees, 500 we are spending.
Yes, don't take it literally. Means 100 rupees means divide it equally 150 to annual 50. Means
And the best way is,
basically they also should be fed whatever they require that much.
and best way I think for us who are staying in these apartments, is to donate for cows welfare. Am I right?
Yeah, so that is like one way of supporting them.
That will make the thing same, na? Like giving for the Go Seva. It's okay.
Yeah, means yeah, Goseva, that is like in way we are kind of donating or we are contributing for the welfare of these animals.
So
Kind of.
means every monthly we should contribute for Go Seva,
Yeah, something like that.
or contribute once in a year, thinking that it's a monthly contribution.
Yeah.
So, okay, thank you, Prabhu.
So the more we are kind of moved off from the Vedic system, so the more we find it difficult for practicing these things. Yeah.
In cities, especially in Mumbai and other cities, also I've seen
Yeah.
giving so much to dogs and cats that in my building I've seen it's
Mm.
a red problem, but and around 20-25 cats are there, and
Mm.
they if a rat is going, she never tries to catch the rat, because why should she catch the rat? She's getting pizza and pasta. So that is what I was thinking. Then we should contribute only for mostly for the cows.
Mm.
They're feeding dogs also so much dog food is like wasted. It's
Yeah.
the road and get wasted.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So we'll end here. Jai Happy Ekadashi to all.
Thank
Jai
you.
Srimad
So,
Grandhara Srimad
this
Bhagavatam ki
chapter
jai.
seems to be slightly difficult. Na? They have lots of
Which one?
philosophy. The coming chapters which you have started teaching, the last portion of chapter.
See, these are like more are like Varnashrama duties, those will come. So we'll see how. Yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Shri Gandhara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prashant Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.